Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to check something completely fresh. It arrived to me like several hours ago and I decided to shoot it right now. Now it is midnight, so I'm shooting it right before the sleep, but I think it will be interesting for you. This is an ICM kit in 1/35 scale, and this is a fresh release, completely new to the Leichttraktor Rheinmetall 1930, German tank obviously from World War One. And as you can see, actually it's not from World War One, it's after World War One, but as you can see, it is quite interesting vehicle, which might be attractive for those who played World of Tanks. Obviously, I have no doubt that they will recognize this tank. It's one of the beginner's tanks as far as I remember. So now we have a commercial sample. It means you will get exactly the same kit if you order it from any good model shop. For example, Model MX should have them already in let's say in store, so you can purchase them right away. And we are going to open this box. Here you can see comparison with my hand. It's not that big box, I would say. Then on the box art we have this beautiful painting, I would say. On this side we have some information about the model. So assembled model will be quite small. It will be only 122 millimeters long, and also 185 plastic parts inside and 4 rubber parts. So vinyl tracks, behold. And then here we have also marking guide for the marking option, which is depicted on the box art. So you will be able to assemble it for sure. The box structure is typical for ICM, so we can just open it and I will show you what does it mean. So we have this color printed top section. As you can see, it is quite flexible, but no worries, because this one actually plays just a, I would say, as a decoration, because here we have what actually protects everything inside. So as you can see, that's a white cardboard box, and here is what we have inside. So all plastic sprues are packed into the same plastic bag, and on the bottom we have assembly manual together with Decal Sheet, but we will check them a bit later. First of all, come in plastic parts. So this is a resealable plastic bag. Just give me a second. Okay. Maybe this review we will try to do all the close-ups. They will be slowed down so that you can see them a bit longer. I don't know if you like this feature. You are free to write in the comment section below. So maybe we'll use it for the future reviews. Maybe we'll use it only for this review, but it's always good to try something new. So I hope you will appreciate it as well. So now let's zoom in, and also we focus the camera. And now you should be able to see here. This is a clear plastic part. I won't be saying anything during zoom ins, because as far as I remember it will be cut, and it will be also let's say slowed down, so there is no point in saying anything. But as you can see, that's really nice detailing and good molding. Now let's check it. Okay, so these lenses will be used for the headlamps obviously, and now we can move on with gray plastic parts. So first of all we have the sprue with letter B. Let's zoom out a bit. Now we should be able to focus, and here you see the first parts. So here we have the top hull part, also we have the side part, side panel. And this one I'm not sure where it will go, but just to remind you that this is not an interior kit, so even though we have separate hatches here and here as well, there will be almost nothing to show, to display on the finished vehicle, so keep it in mind. Maybe we will see some aftermarket releases from aftermarket companies obviously, but it is not included out of the box. So now the zoom time, so let's check it. Okay. And now we are back into the normal mode. So overall molding quality is really good as far as I can see. Here from the other side there is nothing interesting, I would say, so we can just move on to the next sprue. And the next sprue is actually given in two pieces, because here we have suspension parts. So I will show you only one. That's a sprue with letter C, because we have here suspension parts. It's obvious, that's why it is C. So as you can see, we have here one piece road wheels. We also have idlers, suspension arms, and some minor elements which will come handy for suspension coping. So now I will bring it closer because it will be a zoom time once again. So zoom time. Okay, so that was the sprue C, just to remind you. Next sprue is also C, so we get here 3 sprues of the same type. Keep it in mind. And next we have also the sprue with letter A. Here we have the hull parts, so let's zoom out a bit. So here you can see them. So again, we have a side panel, we have the, let's say, belly of this tank. We also have the, I'm not sure which area is this. Maybe that's a side panel of the top area. Then here we have also turret ports and the top section as well, and separately molded hatches which can be placed on the vehicle. Now open. So now we bring it closer as usual. That's a zoom time. Okay, so that was the sprue A. And also we have the plastic bag. So with plastic bag we have the vinyl tracks. And some of you don't like it as much as I don't. So I hope there will be some aftermarket sets which will replace this. But from the other side it should be really easy to assemble those tracks. As you can see, they're quite flexible, they're not even visible on the camera. And now I'm going to bring them closer, so it's again a zoom time, let's say. So just give me a second. Okay, so those were the vinyl tracks. And then, as you remember, on the bottom of the box we had the assembly manual, but I think there is not only the assembly manual, there should be also the decal sheet. So just give me a second, we focus the camera and let's open the first page. Yes, there is a really tiny decal sheet, so again that's a zoom time. There is no mention where it was printed, so let's just check it a bit closer. Okay, so printing quality is really good, so I think it will be easy to apply the symbols on the tank, and they're quite simple. Some professionals or some experienced modelers might try to replicate them with masks. As for the assembly manual, this one is printed in form of this large brochure. We have short history note in Russian and English, technical specifications, safety note and paints chart, and also the legend for this manual. Now let's open it. Here is what we have inside. So we have parts map, and note that all parts are marked as used. This is quite surprising, I would say. Assembly process starts with the top hull cover. As you can see, we also assembling those separate slats on the engine doors, engine bay doors, let's say. Also here we have separate hatches installation. It will be also quite an interesting process. Again, we have separate bars installation on another area. I think this is a rear armor cover. So it is quite surprising that all those slats are molded as separate parts. Maybe it will be a good looking solution on the, let's say, once you build the model, so who knows. And note that assembly process suggests to assemble one side, then join the bottom part, and only then continue with rear armor wall and with another side. So it is quite interesting sequence, I would say. So here you can see the attachment of this another side panel. That's the left side panel. Here we install the rear door, minor elements, and then starts the assembly of the suspension parts. And those parts, which I did not recognize, those are actually side skirts which protect all the suspension parts or close them. And it might be an interesting idea to somehow damage them for diorama. Then we do the same operation from the other side. As you can see, it is exactly the same sequence. We continue with vinyl tracks, so you will have to join two lengths together for one side, for each side. So be ready for this. And next we go with those side skirts, which are joined from each side. Those were molded as one-piece parts, as you remember. They were on the sprue A, so you can go back and check them on the sprue A. Then we continue with main gun, and note that there will be a minor detailing, I would say, inside the turret, but that's not a full interior detailing. Here we continue with turret hatches. As you can see, they're also assembled separately, so they might be open on the finished vehicle. Maybe you'll place some figurine inside the tank, but it will be a bit tricky because there is nothing else in this tank. Then we continue with main gun, which was also molded as a one-piece part. We continue with various minor elements, and then installation of the turret on the main hull or hull. Then here we install the antenna, and next is this device. It's actually exhaust, but it looks quite special, I would say, so that's why I wasn't sure at first sight. And here we install also some of those fences which are protecting the tank from all around. And in total we will have to perform 52 steps. Here you can see the finished vehicle, and on the last page we have one and only marking option for this vehicle. This is quite surprising, I would say, but of course nobody stops you from using something else with your tank, because it's quite an interesting subject. So as you can see, packaging is quite simple, I would say, because we get all the parts needed for nice model which will be detailed outside, but it won't be detailed inside, as you remember. I really sure that we will see some aftermarket kits for interior detailing as well as for exterior, but who knows when they will come out. And of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about the new zoom slowdowns, also about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also support us financially by pressing the donate button on our website. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye.